Coach Dan Klatt here, coming off the big win over UC San Diego. Coach, thanks for being here. I don't want to say by any means that what went on here was easy. I think the fan might look at that score and say, wow, we expected a closer game. Your team jumps out to a 9-2 edge. What was it that allowed the Anteaters to get out to such a good start?
I think good defense. I think we did a good job and we're dialed in on what they were doing defensively. And then we had a few sequences of 2 to 3 minutes that were some of the best sequences I've seen us play from the defensive to offensive end throughout the season. With just some really nice passing, really nice finishing. The way we came out in the beginning of the third quarter, there were just 2 really crisp possessions. So that was helpful. The thing about UC San Diego, though, is the way that they're coached, they never give up. They fight. They got me scared there in the,
I saw that
in the fourth quarter because they really get after it. And the way that they compete is the same. If they're up by 10, down by 10, up by 1, down by 1, it's just an amazing thing. And I've watched that throughout a 20-year career. It's always been the same.
So to your point, we saw when they cut it to 9-6, and I think you went hockey subs there and switched up your lineup, and you can see the frustration. What are you telling your team? I'm sure you gave the message, this lead is not safe, but then what are you saying to try and really cement that point?
We just weren't taking care of the ball.
Yeah.
And I think in any sport that has a ball, understanding how important possession is and especially when you have a lead and being composed with that possession. UC San Diego switched up to a press there, and I think it shocked us a little bit. They just came out and they challenged some balls. They challenged the lanes, and we weren't ready for that. Partly my fault. I should have mentioned that was coming, and I didn't. So I just made a sub and didn't give them good information going into the game.
Cammie Craig was over here quite jealous that his center got 4 natural goals. Naoka Thomas, tell us about her day from your perspective.
She finished really well in the beginning of the game, those opportunities, and that's one of the things that allowed us to get a lead. You know, sometimes goalies have a good beat on those center shots and have good position, and we were able to find the holes in the cage. She was able to find the holes in the cage there with good, quick shots. She's a very talented young woman. You know, she could have an opportunity to play with Australia on a lot of different teams this summer, and I think she's gained a lot of maturity over this last year, and her teammates believe in her and trust in her, so they try to find those spaces to get her the ball. I'd love for her to watch a lot more Cammie Craig film because you'll learn everything you need to know about being a professional and the best center ever.
We can probably arrange that. One more game to go. Tomorrow you're back here at noon. You don't know your opponent just yet, Hawaii or Long Beach State. What does the next 12, 18 hours look like as you get ready for that one?
I would tell you that if you're not prepped by now, if your team doesn't know what they need to be doing, then you're in trouble anyway. So I think we've played both Long Beach and Hawaii were our last 2 conference games. Yeah. So we played them very recently. So they're going to be familiar with us, whoever the winner is, and we're going to be familiar with them. And it's just going to be about who makes one more play when we get to tomorrow. But I'm excited for it. I love being in this conference. I love how tight the Big West games are. Funny to say, but I enjoy the stress, the nerves. Just because the conference is so elite and so tight, and the games are just amazing to be a part of each time.
Well, we're looking forward to the championship tomorrow. Good luck there, and we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you so much, Greg. Thanks for being here.
Dan Klatt and UC Irvine Anteaters moving on after win over the